Hi, this is Denise Matthew. I hope you're doing well. We're stepping into some new energy again, and this might be decidedly less busy than what we've been dealing with for the last couple of days. We're moving away from the 3420, that real busy energy, and now we're moving into the gate 9 and also the gate 16. Now, these are energies that are collective, and they're more about sharing what we know as opposed to this busyness that we've been feeling potentially for the last little while. And this is also the activation of the final channel for November, a global channel where we are all going to be feeling this energy. And this will be the 2644, which is related to tribal sales, improving things that we already have and bringing them back to the collective, or trying to sell them to people as a new improved something or other. So that means we're all going to have global willpower as well as a defined spleen. This is a time where if you normally don't have the consistent energy of the spleen, or you have an undefined spleen, where you can tap into your energy and feel what your health feels like, because this is a health indicator as well as a health channel, the 4426, as much as it is about sales. This is about instincts as well, and this can tell us when things don't smell right for us or where things just don't jibe. So if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. This is a time to use your discernment to guide you in the right direction. And it is also a time where we're going to have quite a push for sales. And if you want to launch something, then this might be a time to experiment with that energy and see if it works well for you. So with that said, let's get into the transits. So this week we have the Earth moving into the gate 16 and the Sun going into the gate 9. So we're moving completely away from individual energy into logical collective energy. This is also half of the cross of planning, or where we put our focus into skills to eventually bring abundance. The Sun is in the gate 9 that can activate a powerful format energy when it's with this harmonic, since it's half of the format channel 952 that begins a process of logic. The formats are the only way that humanity has an opportunity to expand our consciousness beyond the everyday mundane parts of life, or to have a chance to think about something other than how to survive on planet Earth. If we look at the sacral center as a place where the main focus is bonding, reproduction, and caring for our offspring, we can see that the energy of the formats don't always have high priority because they're not involved in any of those processes. Yet, when our basic needs for life are taken care of, we look to the places where we can begin to expand our consciousness, and that's where the energy of the formats come into play. The formats in the case of the 952 begin the process, and through this energy, we have an opportunity to transcend in many ways, to penetrate the illusion of the Maya, to see beyond the everyday and glimpse at something more expansive. With a hanging gate 9, this can be focused but an inability to sit still. Stillness comes from the harmonic gate 52. No matter if you carry the format or not, if you carry logical collective definition or many logical collective gates, the activation of the logical collective formats can set you on a path of focus and concentration. A key mantra for the gate 9 is the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, meaning that all the things that we do in our lives that we think are of no consequence can eventually add up to something substantial. All those little steps that we take eventually get us to where we want to go. The gate 9 can be intense to the point of possibly being obsessed with collecting details and facts about the topics that mean something to you. But just because you collect the details doesn't necessarily mean you'll stop long enough to figure out what they all mean. The key is to try for balance between focus and concentration, to basically figure out what all the details mean. With the gate 16 and 9 activated, it can be a time to focus on the skills you want to develop and even the small steps that you want to take in your life to build the future that you wish to create going forward in your life. The gate 16 is also called enthusiasm, and it's half of the channel of talent. So anyone who has a hanging gate 48 will have the full 1648 channel connecting the spleen to the throat center with this transit. This transit can be more impactful if you have an open spleen and a hanging gate 48, since it brings a temporary, fixed splenic awareness and an opportunity to check in on your health. This is also called the gate of skills, and it's connected to the I Ching hexagram for what we might call the fine arts. But it's not exclusively to the arts. In fact, Ra Uru called this having a talent for life. The talent found within this channel is logical talent, meaning that it is a talent that happens over time, and only after a lot of hard work, practice, and repetition does this energy come to fruition. The key phrase for this gate is the great art of enriching life by the harmonic channeling of energy, and talks about a need to identify with the talent that you hold, meaning you own and connect with the skills that you have. If you are a painter, it's important to become a painter, to adopt the identity of a painter, because that is how you master this talent and eventually become an expert in your field. The reason why this is important is because for you to hone your talent, there's usually a lot of repetition. And when you understand that it's necessary to become a master, you can identify with what it takes to fully develop your talent. The Gate 16 is here to tell us that we can find our place and join the flow and be at peace with being alive. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are in the world. You are an important part of the fabric of the world and this reality. With the Earth in the Gate 16, it might be a time to check out some skills that you might want to try. And if you like what you find, you can eventually bring your skills to mastery. On November 28th, Mercury moves into the Gate 26 and we arrive at the most wonderful time of the year. And it's all about sales for the new improved and the sales pitches that you need to have this new product or you need to give it as a gift. Though there may be some good products out there worth your hard-earned cash, not every sales pitch might be in integrity, so it's a great time to do your homework and read all the fine print so you know exactly what you're buying. Venus will follow Mercury's transit, so we will have the full channel 2644 until December 2nd, 2022. We'll have it again later in the month to pick up the sales season again, and that will be from December 9th to December 15th, 2022. So we have the South Node in the Gate 44, and that is why we have the full 2644 channel of the transmitter. That will be active globally. If we look at this from a bigger perspective, this is where they're selling items that are considered status symbols, where designer labels and luxury cars mark the hierarchy of the global market. The difference between designer brands and generic brands may come down to just a few different labels and a few changes in stitching, yet the difference in prices and how they're seen as status symbols can be astronomical. It's also a place where people might want to show others that they're in some way more elevated in their spirituality, education, you name it. It's really about keeping up with the Jones. This is also where exaggeration can live. The key with this energy is whenever you're selling things, concepts, or your abilities, being efficient and having a transaction that is a win-win is always the highest expression of the energy. This channel can be that of someone with the highest integrity, or it's someone who likes to spin the truth to their advantage. It's about convincing people that by replacing something old, their life will be so much better. And in the highest version, this is about when somebody buys a product who reaps as many benefits as the person who's selling it. The 2644 channel is also considered a health channel, as I've mentioned before, where if you're selling something where everyone wins, it's good for both your health and the health of the person buying the product. Well, that's it for the transits. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. And I will be back again soon with another energy update. And if you want even more human design transits, I do a daily post on my community page. Please feel free to check it out. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you again soon.